greater than what they consider what's out there as great. So that means you have to work harder. And that's the reality. And that's the world that we're growing up in. And the only way we can change it is by embracing that. So that mindset, that relentlessness, that craziness, and really facing reality of what it's going to take to achieve your dream is something that I think we all have to have if we really, really, really trying to get it, not trying to play around. The road to the bag is definitely tied to your team and the company that you keep. Really take some time and really look at who you're surrounding yourself with. Look who's to the left and to the right of you. Are they like-minded? Are they disciplined? Are they pushing you forward?
What's going on? What's going on, family? If y'all could do me a favor and just go ahead and send this link out to as many people as possible. Send this out to the prospective groups on Telegram, Discord, just so people know what's going on. I'm taking a couple minutes just to kind of catch up really fast. But welcome in. If you're on YouTube, please make sure you stick around, smash that subscribe button, smash the like, all right, and join us here on episode number 92 of Coffee and Crypto. We'll get started in the next few minutes. Just give me a couple moments to get my life together, all right, and I will be ready for this amazing call. Thank you again, and let's get this thing started. Please share this link out. Please send it to somebody. Let's go.
It's so simple for us to solve this. A lot of the hardest problems are so easy to solve. We just have to take those steps, which are hard. And be mindful of that. Because trust me, that energy is going to affect you. If you're around thugs and gangsters, you're going to be in jail. If you're around cats talking negative, you're going to be negative. If you're around God and some money, you're on your way. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and a place for everything. But you have to be ready. You got the same 24 hours. You got to use your time wisely, and you have to be ready to really, really do the things other people aren't trying to do. And those are the simple things. Educating yourself. Everybody asks me, what's the number one thing you could tell anybody here? You got to start with education. One of the things that we can't really move forward right now as a people is not just the situations that we're in. We don't even have knowledge of self. The educational part of it, we got to get back into reading. I know it sounds simple. Let's do a chapter a night. Make yourself do a chapter a night. That's the power. The power is right here in your mind and right here. And if you're not filling this thing up, you don't stand a chance. I want you to have your own. I don't want you to just work for me. I want to be a partner with you. But you got to be a beast like me. And most importantly, you have to be a beast like you. You gotta understand, I used to walk around, I was telling the president the other day, I used to walk around and just talk to myself. Like you know, I'm walking from one job to another. And I would just be talking to myself, talking about, you know, the things that I dreamt and I wanted to be. And this right here goes out to all them people, y'all know who y'all are, and y'all know what I'm talking about. You're talking to yourself and talking about how you want to get it and what you want to be. And you know, this is something that's big. I'm one of the crazy ones, so but there's a lot of people that understand that dream is so heavy and bubbling in you. It's like you got to get it out. I've definitely been having like some personal breakthroughs in my life, and just, you know, on the man in the mirror side of things, just, you know, taking accountability for me being happy, for me being balanced, and also me growing as a person. And I think when you get closer to God, you're happier, and when you get closer to the knowledge of yourself, and you're not afraid to go on that journey to find out how messed up you are, how good you are, but your overall result is that you want to be a better man, a better father, and it puts you in that spirit. I loved what I was doing. I decided if I was going to do a job, I loved what I was doing. I would walk around, I would dance and sing as I was delivering my papers, and that kind of helped me to put a future of what I wanted to do. And that was just being a young entrepreneur. I thank God every day that I'm blessed with the chance to do something that I love doing. But I feel anybody can do something that they love doing if they go after it in the right way, if they go after it with the love. The motivation for it is the love and the love of leaving a legacy behind more than the selfishness of just doing it for money or doing it to blow up or to be the man or the woman or to have the fame. If you do it to make history, if you do it to change people's lives, to make people feel good, to make yourself feel good, it's just gonna come naturally. Man, there ain't no ego in getting this paper. Feel me? If you want something bad enough and you got that desire, you'll walk to another state or country if you have to. When I was coming up in the game, if I couldn't do the little job, I could never get to the big job. All the entrepreneurs out there, don't make risky decisions, make smart decisions. Just work as hard as you can. You know, keep your faith in God. All things are possible through God. I feel good today because I worked hard. It's like 5 a.m. and I'm working. And if you ain't working, you should be working. The mind is something that you have to you got to protect. And so, you know, I had hit my ceiling. I had all of this stuff going on, but it was just so overwhelming. It was coming too fast. And I've even had that when I didn't have a lot of things going on. So I'm saying that to say, like, I go through the same things that you go through. I was depressed for a while. I was just feeling like I didn't know what I want to do. I was uninspired. And that's part of the journey of life. That's part of the journey. The only way I was able to get out of it was I had to write down on one side of the page, this is the problem. And then on the other side, that this is the possible solution. And something as simple as that got me up out of that funk, you know, got me up out of that low point. And I still dance in the darkness sometimes. So if, you know, some days somebody may see me, I just may be in that vibe. That's like a part of it. And when you hit your ceiling, the thing that you have to do is you have to go back and retreat and re-strategize and refocus and set a plan. That's going to be the only thing that's...
What's going on, everybody? So I appreciate you for being here. I had to get everything organized for y'all today, man. Today has, you know, been a couple of trials and tribulations this morning, but we've made it through. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody for taking the time to hop on. Obviously, I didn't have a time to send out a bunch of messages and stuff. So hopefully you took the time to have my back and drop this link. I wasn't really paying attention. I wanted to make sure I had this content together. Hopefully y'all weren't selfish. You passed this link on and you let the next person know that, you know, this is the call that we're on here this morning. This is episode number 92, and we are not far away. No, it wasn't nothing negative. I just it was just some hiccups getting into my office space, getting into my studio. But we made it on time. You know what I mean? So shout out to that. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today? Just let me know in the chat box. And if you're tuning in on YouTube right now, just make sure that you smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and let's go ahead and jump into this bullish content. Before we dive in today, there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, and I want you guys to realize, and I love that you dropped blessed and unstoppable, because actually, just to share with y'all, my alarm that wakes me up every morning, it's at 5 a.m. It says today, this is the message. Every morning, 5 a.m., I get up, or I'm woken up by the alarm, and I can see this message. It says, today, I am unstoppable. Time to wake up, exclamation point. Today, I am unstoppable. Time to wake up. You know, so hopefully y'all are feeling unstoppable. Hopefully y'all are feeling determined and just really blessed to be in this space right now. We're coming down to the final days, the final months of what we call the the shift, right? The great shift, the greatest shift that we've ever experienced in our lifetime. And I was talking to one of the homies yesterday. He called me, he asked me about XRP, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I had a good conversation with my brother from high school. And my mom actually would know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Free. So, you know, Free gave me a call yesterday. Let me actually I'm gonna send him this link right here. You know what I mean? Look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm so relaxed and so chill. This is probably not your typical structure of a podcast. I know a lot of the time this stuff is structured, but I feel like y'all are family. You know what I mean? The people that catch this later on, you know, they catch it. But for the most part, I really just don't want my friends and family to be left behind on this space, man. We don't have too much longer. And so my boy Free, he asked me yesterday, he's like, can you tell me about XRP? Where can I buy it? He called me panicking, like, bro, I want to buy XRP. He was like, I need you to tell me how to buy it right now. And I'm like, all right, bro, download Uphold, you know, go ahead and do this. Then you need to get a wallet. Oh, I don't understand the wallet. So, you know, he's a trader. He trades Bitcoin to the US dollar and Ethereum to the US dollar, but he does not buy. He's never bought any type of crypto before. And so he was on Robinhood looking for it. He's in different places. And so it just shows me how blessed of a space and how blessed of an opportunity this is, because one of my best friends from high school called me like, yo, I'm trying to get into crypto, XRP, help me out. I helped him out. Then he's a very smart guy. He was like, if this many people can get XRP, he was like, what makes it like, you know, what makes it valuable? I was like, you got to understand that even if 1 million people around the world bought XRP, and this is what I told him. I said, even if 1 million people bought XRP or HBAR or XLM or whatever coin you invest in, but let's go with XRP. If 1 million people bought that coin, all right, and these people got wealthy, like let's say 1 million people became multimillionaires, 1 million people made over $1 million from the next bull run. Do you understand? I told him this. I said, bro, do you understand that this is going to be like hitting the lottery for most people? Because no matter what, I don't care if 1 million people make $1 million, $10 million through getting this next bull run. Majority of those people are going to take that money and they're going to go buy a Ferrari. They're going to go buy a Lambo. They're going to go buy a new car. They're going to go do this. They're going to go do that. They're going to go buy a new house. They're going to go buy a vacation spot. They're going to go on vacation for a month. They're going to go spend that money up. And the thing is, if you don't have the financial literacy, if you don't have the couth of how to operate a business, how to run your life like a business, if you're not developing those skill sets, that money is going to end up in the same hands that was originally going to get it, already had all the money in the first place. So technically, this next crypto boom with all these XRP millionaires is actually going to be great for the economy, because people are just going to fuel money. They're just going to spend, and they're not going to go and invest. Because why? Because they don't have the literacy and the understanding and the knowledge to be able to hold on to that money. See, it's one thing to make 10 million, but can you hold it in a bank account? I guarantee you VO can right now. I guarantee you majority of the people that's within our private group can right now, because we're doing real estate, right? We're learning real estate. We're learning crypto. We're learning how to trade, how we're learning to day trade. We're learning how to write books and develop and leverage AI. We're learning those types of things within our community. Right. But then when you look on the outside, those people are going to get mega wealthy and they're going to blow all the money, and then they'll be back looking for the next big play. And I guarantee you this may be the one. Like truthfully, this, and I have to use the words maybe, right? I have to use words like that. I truthfully want to say it's the one. I don't even want to play with y'all. This is the opportunity. This is the move. Right? But what I need y'all to realize is this. There's always risk in investing into cryptocurrency. Always some risk in investing in the cryptocurrency, right? There's always some level of risk. And if y'all don't know, I'm still dropping the link. I'm still going crazy. I ain't seen nobody drop the link for me, so I'm going to drop it. All right. I need more people on the call. So y'all give me a second. I tried to get some help, but I'm about to go and do it myself. That way we make sure that this thing goes the way it's supposed to go. All right. So that's kind of what I wanted to share with y'all this morning, just that mindset. Don't worry, I appreciate it. I'm just talking junk. I know some people did. But what I want to say is this. Know what you hold. As Mr. Branch said yesterday on Twitter, he said, I'm all in, all chips. I remember you said that yesterday on Twitter, Mr. Branch. All chips are in. I know what I hold, so all my chips are in. All right, I feel the same way. I'm putting all my chips are going on XRP. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. A lot of these assets, like I hold Harmony. I hold a lot of Harmony. I think I'm about to lower my Harmony count, and I'm gonna put that in XRP. I just got to be real with y'all. A lot of these assets got to go, because there's only going to be a few that's going to really do what it do. All right, I'm all in. I'm not telling you to be all in. This is not financial advice. All right, I don't want Gary Gensler coming after me. It's not financial advice, but I'm letting you know what I'm doing. I'm all in. All chips are in. Okay. So with that being said, let's dive into this bullish content. I hope you guys are excited. I hope y'all are elated. I hope y'all are ready to level up, because today is a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. And this has been a video that's been surfacing all over the internet. The dollar is in rapid decline. The USA's only option might be to move onto a Bitcoin standard. So that's what this guy typically, I'm guessing, I don't know who this is. Let me see. CEO and co-founder of Satoshi Act Fund, advancing Bitcoin. So he's a Bitcoin maxi. All right. He's on offense for proof of work. So this guy is heavy on the Bitcoin. All right. So y'all already know, man. Look, you got your people that's all in on Bitcoin, and you have us that's all in on ISO. You know what I mean? Everybody has their standard, you know what I mean? But this video right here is a real one. So watch this, and let's set the tone for today's call.
Petro announced this week that Russia will begin using the Chinese yuan for international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi Arabia is also in talks with Beijing to do the same thing. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile, they're in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the US dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency? Former Assistant Treasury Secretary and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, Monica Crowley, is here to weigh in. Monica, great to see you this morning. Let's start right there. What happens if these emerging economies move away from the US dollar towards the Chinese yuan?
Well, good morning, Will. It's great to be with you. And it's really hard to overstate exactly how catastrophic the abandonment of the US dollar would be as the world's global reserve currency. Look, since the end of World War II, the dollar has been the safe place to go, and it's been backed up by a couple of things. It originally was backed up by gold, but President Nixon took us off the gold standard, so there's no hard asset backing up the dollar anymore for the last 50 years. But also it's been backed up by the strength and economic power of the United States, and the fact that oil has always been traded in dollars. If that were to end, that would mean the end of the US dollar. Look, there is a perfect storm happening right now, Will. The world's reserve currency being that, having that status has been a real privilege, but we've abused the privilege by wholly reckless monetary and fiscal policies over many years, certainly over the last couple of years, which has really devalued the dollar. On top of that, now you do have this perfect storm of Biden's weakness, his war on American domestic energy production, the Ukraine war, and as you point out, because of all of these things, we've got America's enemies led by China forming a new economic bloc. And all it would take at this point now, because we're at this pivotal moment, Will, is for Saudi Arabia, who has indicated that they're open to this, to say, you know what, we're going to be open to considering other currencies to trade in oil. If that were to happen, there would be a complete implosion of the global economic system, but certainly the American economic system. And if that were to happen, you'd be looking at sky-high inflation, just raging Weimar Republic kind of inflation. If you think inflation is bad now, just wait. But more importantly, we would lose our economic dominance and we would lose our superpower status.
Monica, the world's reserve currency, you said it's a privilege for the United States for the dollar to have been the world's currency. How does that relate to each individual American? How has that changed or impacted or improved our lives throughout the last several decades?
Yeah, I mean, it's given the United States incredible dominance in the world in terms of the economic system and in terms of trade. It's kept prices down. So whether it's energy prices, whether it's your food prices, the entire global economic system is reliant on the safe and secure dollar. But that is no longer true, again, because we've been printing money like crazy and devalued the power of the dollar and the value of the dollar. But on top of it now, again, oil is the critical linchpin of this. If Saudi Arabia decides to join with America's enemies here and start trading oil in different currencies, that is going to undermine the entire global economic system. And here at home, you know what it's going to mean for us? It's going to mean raging inflation, so much worse than anything we have ever experienced. And I'll tell you, they're setting it up so that they can then come to the rescue by introducing central bank digital currencies.
Wow.
If they were to do that, and the United States already has a pilot program, that means the loss of your individual economic freedom, because the government will have total access and control of everything you buy and sell and the ability to turn it off like that.
Ominous warning. I hear you. Saudi Arabia is the tipping point. Oil trading in dollars is the tipping.
All right. So, like, look, you be just speechless after listening to this stuff. Just like, wow, you know. So it's a lot happening, y'all, and it ain't about to get no better. People want the price of eggs to come back down. The prices ain't coming down. Like, nothing coming down. You gotta, like Jim Rohn said, don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. You know, don't, you know, wish for more skill, wish for more wisdom, wish that you were better, wish that you were stronger, wish that you had more knowledge. Don't wish for other stuff that just ain't gonna happen. It ain't getting cheaper. Wish you made more money. Stop wishing that it get cheaper. Wish you made more money. And then once you make more money, maybe it will get cheaper and you'll be in a better situation. Right? Let's be solution-based this year. Let's be solution-based for the rest of our lifetime. Let's get to this bad. Okay. Now, we have to fight this. There's like people say, man, well, CBDCs are coming. Why are you investing? Like, why are you doing this? This is what they ask me on Instagram, on my comments and everywhere else, TikTok. And I say, man, listen, CBDCs wouldn't even be available if there was no internet. If there was no internet, if there was no internet capability, if that was never a thing. So this happened a long time ago. Like, the setup for this, we've been set up for a long time ago. They've been setting this up. So if you didn't invest in the internet and you didn't get wealthy off of that, cool. Well, this right here is something that's going to happen regardless. So now you're investing into the third layer of the internet, Web3. Like, I'm not for CBDC. I'd prefer to have something else. I prefer to pay in something else, right? I would prefer to pay some other way. But there are going to be people, because there are sheep, there are going to be people that's going to switch over to a CBDC immediately. And with them doing that, because of the technology that we're investing into, right? The same way that As soon as Bluetooth technology came out, people didn't care that it was going to give you a tumor in your brain. People didn't care about putting cell phones to your head. People didn't care about radiation. People went out and bought it because it was the next thing that was promoted. It was promoted. And even though they told you that it caused cancer in your head from Bluetooth because of radiation, because of your cell phone and all this other stuff, because they said that, people still went out and they tried to buy it. Companies said, hey, we got a safer bet to Bluetooth. You can get this type of Bluetooth, right? And then guess what? They went out and bought that. People are always going to be consumers. So when they roll out this CBDC initiative and they say, hey, we're going to give you, for every dollar you trade in, we'll give you $1.50. You don't think people are going to take that deal? You got to be kidding. People are going to take that deal. That's a steal deal. They took a stimulus checks, 3 of them. They took them PPPs. You don't think they're going to take 50 cents on the dollar on top of it? Oh man, run me that CBDC. Run me that. They might have to run it for me too. I ain't gonna lie to you. If they only be $1.50, I mean, either like I ain't gonna like, but you know what I mean? Like, but again, then that goes into biblical things, right? Then you got people that's gonna beat me up because they're gonna say, well, you're taking the mark of the beast. You're doing this, right? So it's a lot of stuff to think about. And you have to, that's why at the end of the day, right? From all the stuff we've been taught since we were kids, everybody on here, right? From religion, right? All the way to spirituality, all the way to the way that the world works. We have to figure out in our minds, in our hearts, what is the best thing for us and our family, right? All I can do is give you all information in the best way that I can. But it's up to you to truly make that decision in your life as to what, you truly want to do. So let's continue to dive forward. We do got some more content to share. So if you guys haven't heard, Binance, which is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange. All right, y'all thought it was safe. I told y'all it's not safe in these streets. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, and CEO Zhao are being sued by the U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC, for allegedly breaking trading and derivatives rules. Let's dive into this right here.
As you said, the CFTC is the one filing this suit in Chicago today, both against Binance, which is the largest crypto exchange in the world, and its CEO, CZ, for allegedly breaking trading and derivatives rules. The regulator is saying that Binance shirked its obligations by not properly registering with it. We know that the CFTC has been probing Binance over the last several years, really going back to 2021, to see whether it failed to keep U.S. residents from buying and selling crypto derivatives, because remember, Binance and Binance US are intended to operate independently. There has been a lot of question as to whether or not that independence really is there. So the CFTC filing this suit today, but this is just one regulator that has been probing Binance in recent years. It also has come under scrutiny from the IRS related to money laundering rules, from the Securities and Exchange Commission, and from the Department of Justice as well. So this is just yet another regulatory blow to the biggest crypto exchange in the world.
What happens next? How does this unfold? Does it impact the business on a day-to-day basis right now? Clearly, it's going to take a lot of management time to be able to deal with this, Kaylee. Yeah. But is this something that is going to have a meaningful impact in the way that Binance operates on a day-to-day basis?
Well, we're still looking for the response from Binance. In theory, no, much like when Coinbase received its Wells notice yesterday, the company's executives, or last week rather, the company's executives say business is normal for now. Nonetheless, though, it does kind of raise the specter of more regulatory scrutiny after a spate of recent regulatory enforcement actions in the crypto space here in the U.S., and it's dragging heavily on sentiment in the crypto space. You can see it reflected in the price of Bitcoin, which is right around session lows after this news, down about 3% on the day. So yes, businesses will still be operating, just knowing that there is a keen regulatory eye on them. To this point, though, we don't know whether or not this is going to affect any day-to-day operations for Binance, at least outside of here in the United States.
Yeah, we talk about regulation when it comes, and stress testing, for example, when it comes to regional banks, and just sort of highlights how far behind we are in terms of regulation, say, for crypto stuff. And I just wonder what the conversation on the ground is at, and sort of how fast you have to run in places to keep up.
Yeah, well, it's important to note that this action is coming from the CFTC. What we've seen a lot recently is actions from the SEC, which is a lot of just jockeying around who exactly has the jurisdictional control here. So much of the enforcement action as of late from the SEC has been around digital assets not being properly registered as securities. There is a huge question around what the proper definition of a security is and how applicable it is to the digital asset space. That's what you have so many crypto companies, the likes of Ripple, even Coinbase, fighting against. There aren't really clear rules of the road here in the US. That is something that is up to Congress in theory, and yet Congress hasn't been able to come together and have a consensus around those rules. That's something we're going to be on the lookout for here in Washington in the coming months.
So more and more stuff is unfolding. Let's keep pushing forward, right? So the CFTC released this charge, right? And so this kind of goes back to the Hinman emails, right? This goes back to the prior leadership with the SEC, the prior leadership within the CFTC, the prior leadership, right? Because these are all new leaders. And so the prior leadership was trying to make it where Bitcoin and Ethereum were what? Somebody let me know, right? What were they trying to make it be, right? They were trying to say that Bitcoin and Ethereum were commodities, right? So that was the argument, was that Bitcoin and Ethereum were going to be registered as commodities. Commodities in the US must be registered under the CFTC, right? The SEC is where securities are. And so now the SEC now said, no. These are securities because they are investment contracts. People are purchasing these cryptos in expectation to turn a profit. So you have the SEC arguing on one side, you have the CFTC arguing on one side, and then you have a bipartisan Congress that's sitting in the middle, and it's so split to the point where they can't make their mind up. All they do is argue, while other countries are saying, hey, we already got our stuff together. We're ready to take off. We're almost done. We're ready to launch these CBDCs. And then it really comes into question, where will America truly be? We are in a financial crisis. We can't figure out what is going to be the next leveraged asset class other than cash, right? We can't figure that out. Right? So how the heck is anybody supposed to know what to do, right? Exactly. And now the CFTC, the SEC, they want you to come in, they want you to pay these millions of dollars in settlement fees. And these companies like Ripple is saying, why would I pay y'all any money? And you haven't given us any clarity. You haven't told us what the rules are. Why would I pay? Like, here's the thing. There's companies that have paid the SEC to become regulated in the US, like Coinbase. They paid their dues. They done what they needed to do. They went and got the proper everything, right? The proper you know what I'm trying to say. They got the proper documentation, right? Basically. So with all of that happening, it really shows me that we are in a crazy time in this country. And we got to really have our eyes wide open to what is coming next. So let's go through the CFTC's document. All right. They're charging Binance and its founder with willful evasion of federal law and operating an illegal digital asset derivatives exchange. These are huge charges. These are charges that will ban you from the US forever. That means if they do not win this, that means that Binance will not be able to be an exchange in the US. What does that mean? That means that crypto custody will be ran through the 3 or 4 major banks that will be left as monopolies. I believe it's going to be 6. I believe it's going to be 6 major banks. From my understanding, there'll be 6 major banks in the US that will be left. And they will be connected directly to the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve will issue a CBDC, and that central bank digital currency, all right, will be your cash value. Okay, then you still will have your stocks. The stock market will be tokenized, and it will be ran through the CBDC, and that will run. You'll have the crypto market, which will be ran through a CBDC through a bridge asset like what? XRP. This is what we're moving toward, family. Now, the CFTC could force Binance to cease U.S. operations as part of a settlement, okay, as part of the settlement. So this came out March 28th. All right, the U.S. Could require Binance to cease operations, right? The CFTC is charging Binance with violating laws around future offerings, illegal off-exchange commodity options, failing to register as future commission merchant, designated contract market, or swap execution facility, and other charges related to its KYC and AML processes. Right now, Binance US is a minor part of the overall business, and it makes up less than 5% of the exchange's global operations. So that should let you know, like, truthfully, people in the US don't really even use Binance. Drop a 7 in the chat box if you buy anything off Binance. And most people on this call are in the US right now. So drop a 7 if you use Binance consistently to buy your crypto. I just want to see if there's anybody in the Zoom. Okay, let me switch over real quick to YouTube, see if there's anybody in the YouTube. All right. Someone said I've used it before, right? Most people say no. I see somebody said I have before, but not consistently, right? Cool. So most people, all right, don't really use Binance. What exchanges do we use in the US? Most people in the US use Coinbase, crypto.com, and well, I won't even say Uphold, because truthfully, Uphold, people don't even really know about Uphold like that. So the main exchanges in the US was really, well, Binance US, yes, right? It is a big exchange, but crypto.com has a way more customers in the US. Coinbase has way more customers in the US, right? So this really isn't going to hurt Binance the same way that it's really not going to hurt Binance if they have to cease doing business in the US. They're still going to be a major exchange other places. Right? Now, let's get back to this documentation. Okay. So all right, family. So that's kind of what's going on, right, with everything. So the lawsuit filed so CFTC considers BTC, Ethereum, LTC, and Binance USD to be commodities. This was from BitBoy Crypto. He says the lawsuit filed in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Illinois on Monday alleged that Binance operated a derivatives trading operation in the U.S. offering trades for cryptocurrencies, including BTC, ETH, LTC, Tether, and Binance USD. Now, speaking of Tether, I have some news on Tether to show you guys next, right? Because y'all thought that it's safe, but Tether is not safe, all right? The suit also alleged that the company under CZ's leadership directed its employees to spoof their locations through the use of virtual private networks, okay? Now, this right here was from CNBC, okay? And it's talking about the crypto cause behind Tether used falsified documentation. So again, we've been known about Tether and their falsified proof of having this one-to-one backing through the treasury, having this money that's locked up, right? There's been some issues with Tether for a very long time. And that's why I told you guys probably in episode 30, episode 20, episode 10 to stay away from USDT as much as possible, right? And so here goes. So last week we had USDC, which collapsed and it depegged, but then it caught its peg back. Now you have Tether coming and so the SEC and these other companies, the CFTC, they're about to go after this company as well.
So talk to us about this Tether situation, because this sounds a little spooky. You're talking about shell companies, potentially falsified documents, a lot of allegations flying around. You wonder if this is going in sort of an FTX direction, or if, as the company says, really nothing to see here. Explain what's happening and why we should care. Really.
So the two companies behind Tether, which is the world's most popular and widely traded US dollar pegged stablecoin, are accused of essentially falsifying documents and using shell companies to get bank accounts. So we're talking about two companies. There's Tether, which is the parent company to the stablecoin of the same name, and then its sister company that runs Bitfinex, which is one of the world's biggest crypto exchanges. Now, in 2018, both companies were having issues maintaining their access to the banking system, and to get around this,
The Wall Street Journal found that both companies started using these shadowy intermediaries. So think of like third parties, such as other businesses or individuals, to open and maintain bank accounts. The report went on to say that they circumvented the banking system by providing fake sales invoices and contracts for deposits and withdrawals. That Wall Street Journal report, Eamon, also specifically references an email in which the co-owner of Tether Holdings pushed back against the use of these fake sales invoices, saying that he would not want to, quote, argue any of the above in a potential fraud and money laundering case. Today, we did hear from Tether's chief technology officer, essentially saying that the report contained a ton of misinformation and inaccuracies, but didn't really specify what the issues were with this report.
Wow, a lot going on. Mackenzie Sagalos, thanks so much.
At the end of its tether, company behind largest stable coin under pressure. So we are literally, this industry is being hit in so many different ways. Is there anybody on the call that's uncomfortable? I just want to know. Just let me know. Be real, right? And if so, I recommend that you set some time to really sit down and talk to me, right? I like, yes, it's not free, right? I know that some people like, man, I just don't want to, but listen, before you get psyched out of this, I would recommend that you book some time and sit down with me, talk to me. Let me help you get through this, right? I've been through the end of one bull run where the market went all the way down and I was able to buy these, like buy XRP at 12 cents, like 13 cents, 14 cents. That's what we was buying XRP when I lived in San Diego, right? So I remember when the end of that first bull run, even though I didn't experience the 2017 bull run, I experienced the crash, but I bought at the bottom of the crash. So amen to that, right? I got in at the perfect time, okay? I've watched this market shoot up in the matter of a week. I saw XRP go from like 20, 30 cents to $1. I saw it happen with my very eyes. And some of y'all saw it on here too, right? So look, Mr. Branch has been in since 2017. He's seen a lot of things. There's a wealth of information, a wealth of years on this call. I would recommend that you get with somebody, get some help. Don't go at this by, don't just count on this podcast as your source of information, all right? Like, allow this. And if you're a part of my group, guys, on the one-on-one sessions for the hour, you get 50% off. I don't even know if I told y'all that, but like if you're a part of the Discord group, anytime you want to meet with me, you get half off, right? You literally get half off just being inside the Discord group, right? So leverage this stuff. Why do I do half off? I don't have to, but I do it because I want to make sure that it's not really about, like, I'm about to get wealthy. I'm not really worried. Like, I need the money to pay some bills now, but when this jump take off, I ain't gonna, look, we probably won't even be able to meet. I'm gonna be too busy traveling. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's meet now. Let's get your account. Let's get your portfolio. Like, I have 7 spots left, right? One girl just got started with the group, her and her husband. So we literally got 7 slots left for the year where you can get my one-on-one mentorship for the price that it's at today. After that, I promise you it's going up to 5 figures a year. Like, and if nobody pays, then I won't be working with nobody one-on-one. But like, I just feel like the amount of money that you guys are about to make and the time that you're coming into this, like literally, I've had to wait since 2018. Mr. Branch been waiting since 2017. Some people been waiting since 2011, 2012. And you think you can just come in here into our industry in 1 year and just get wealthy? And yeah, nah. Mm-mm. You gotta pay to play. So I just wanted to, I got more stuff to show, but I wanted to just pause real quick and just let y'all know that I'm here for y'all. If you need help, reach out. Don't be the one to say, damn, I should have just paid the little funky money and had my portfolio taken care of. Don't be that person. Now, let's continue to push forward. The SEC put out a document on March 23rd. Okay, exercise caution with crypto asset securities. Investor alert. right? The SEC, Office of Investor Education and Advocacy, continues to urge investors to be cautious if considering an investment involving crypto asset securities. So they're just naming them securities and they haven't even deemed them securities. Like, that's the crazy part. Investments in crypto asset securities can be exceptionally volatile and speculative. And the platforms where investors buy, sell, borrow, or lend these securities may lack important protection for investors. I wonder why. The risk of loss for individual investors who participate in transactions involving crypto assets, including crypto asset securities, remains significant. The only money you should put at risk with any speculative investment is money you can afford to lose entirely. Investors should understand that. Number one, those offspring crypto asset investment or services may not be compliant with applicable law, including federal securities laws, right? And then they break down all of this stuff and they talk about proof of reserves, right? Really good document. This is all like important stuff for us to understand, right? I mean, like how securities work. So that's good, right? Number two, investments in crypto asset securities can be exceptionally risky and often volatile. We know that. That's why we invest smart. Number three, fraudsters continue to exploit the rising popularity of crypto assets to lure retail investors into scams. But the problem is they only talk about retail investors. Aren't there large hedge funds that lost money through FTX? Aren't there large hedge funds that lost money with the collapse of some of these stable coins? Isn't there? Because if there is, then why aren't they protecting them too? Why are they only focused on us? Why are they only focused on retail? Why are they not focused on also protecting them? That's really the question, right? So just wanted to show you guys that is, that right there. They talk about celebrity endorsements. So everything that they're doing right now, all the things that they're suing, they made this and they put this directly on investor.org, which is what they send out through email marketing. You may get these emails from the SEC if you're an investor, just helping you to guide and go through this space. Right now, let's get to some other news. Shout out to Mr. Branch for dropping this on his Twitter. I saw it, and then I found the Forbes article. Sam Bankman-Fried. I know a lot of people have been wondering what's been going on with Sam Bankman-Fried. Where has this guy been? It ain't really been a whole lot of news about him, right? That's how they do us in the news. They make things big, and then out of nowhere, boom, they don't talk about it no more. Same thing they did with the pandemic. They boom, boom, boom. They talked about the C word, right? They talked about this C word over and over and over every day, every minute, every second. Now you barely hear much about it on the news. So they always do that. So they did this also to this whole FTX case, but we got to remember that there's still things, this case is still going on. Sam Bankman-Fried will no longer be able to use a smartphone or access the internet freely on his laptop. I guess he was able to do that originally while he's in prison. According to a proposed amendment to his bail conditions filed late Monday in New York federal court, as the former boss of crypto exchange FTX will have to find new ways to kill time in the 7 months before he goes to trial for fraud, right? So it looks like he won't be able to play any more video games, be on Twitter, text people, and it's going to be very, very limited. So that's some news in regards to Sam Bankman-Fried. Then I found this right here, which I found interesting. Wanted to show you guys from Blockworks. Circle, the stablecoin USDC, to launch on Cosmos. Okay, so Cosmos will finally have its own native stablecoin, with Circle partnering with crypto startup Noble to deploy USDC directly to the ecosystem. All right, shortly after coming out of stealth, token protocol Noble has announced it has partnered with Circle to bring USDC natively to the Cosmos ecosystem. USDC is the second largest stablecoin, okay? And so in the crypto ecosystem behind Tether, and it's pivotal to many DeFi projects. It is often used as a collateral for lending and borrowing, okay? No wonder they're being attacked by the SEC. Although it has recently went through a few hiccups following the collapse of SVB and Silvergate Bank, the stablecoin has now regained its peg. Okay, Noble CEO Jelena Jurek told Blockworks in an interview that the Cosmos inter-blockchain communication protocol ecosystem hasn't yet gained a native fiat-backed stablecoin that is only highly liquid, but also fully collateralized on its network. Okay, so now they decided to partner with USDC. Currently on Cosmos, the major stablecoins can only be assessed through bridge protocols such as Gravity and Acceler. Estimates suggest around 100 different bridge USDC assets currently exist across the Cosmos landscape. Now that DeFi protocols can stick with just one single official stablecoin, Noble hopes this partnership will inject and facilitate new liquidity in the ecosystem. Okay, so that is the goal, is to build this liquidity pool within this Cosmos ecosystem. So I went to Cosmos Twitter, okay, and I was looking at it. All right, I wanted to pull this up. So Cosmos is the internet of blockchains. Okay, that's what they call themselves, the internet of blockchains. Okay, and then you got Noble, which is this company here. All right, Noble, supercharging Cosmos one asset at a time. Generic asset issuance chain, purpose built for the inner blockchain. So this seems like kind of like, if you know about VeChain and VeChain Thor, it seems like Noble is the VeChain Thor. It's the gas that fuels the Cosmos ecosystem. That's what it looks like to me, right? So Noble will be bridged with USDC now to be able to offer that to the ecosystem, right? And through partnership with Circle. Then I went to the Cosmos website, and I was looking on their website. It says, enter a new universe of connected services, right? Let's see, the heart of the interchain. So I haven't really looked into this, but I saw it. I didn't really have time. I literally saw this like the last thing I saw on Twitter before I started the call. I just wanted to just bring this up to you guys. Maybe you can go, I might go look into this Cosmos protocol and kind of see what Cosmos is, what it does, what's the utility. And then maybe in the future, in some episodes in the future, I'll have more of a understanding, and I can let you guys know exactly what this is. And if this is something that maybe, we should be taking a look at as well. Now, last thing is this, right? And hopefully you guys are still awake with me, all right? But XRP Ledger has just released its XRP Net. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but this is huge. XRP Net. What is XRP Net? Well, I'm glad that you asked. XRP Net is the new retail side to be able to turn fiat into digital inside of stores, to be able to process payments seamlessly, turning crypto to fiat, allowing businesses to continue using their existing processing systems, but being able to facilitate crypto transactions in store. The XRP Ledger has just got better, right? 300 million people hold and own cryptocurrencies, yet they virtually have nowhere to spend it. This is the next level, right? So I just literally, if you guys have the Zum wallet, okay, if you don't, then you can reach out to me. I can help you set that up. But the Zum wallet is, you want to have this because you can set up trust lines, right? So you can go to this website, you set up the trust line on your Zum wallet, and you can get the trust line for the XRP Net ecosystem. This is huge news. All right. Also, if we were to go and actually take a look, and I were to show you guys some of the partners that are partnered with this company, right? Partnerships are a strategic and essential component of the success of XRP Net, right? These are the companies that are currently connected. You got Fireblocks, you got XRP Healthcare, which is the healthcare system that's going to be ran through the XRP ledger. You have Chain Tech Labs. You have the Zum wallet, you have Sologenic, BitTrue, Bitmart, XRP, and Mexi Global. These are the current partners of the XRP Net ecosystem. And I'm pretty sure once this lawsuit is over with, I'm pretty sure you'll probably see Visa, right, pop up on that card. You'll probably see Visa. It'll probably be a Visa card here in the US. You'll be able to swipe anywhere because it either have to be connected to Visa or MasterCard in order for this to truly make sense. And we know Visa is a Ripple partner. All right. So this is all the bullish content that I could pull today for today's call. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's call. Drop some coffee. All right. Drop some coffee if you enjoyed today's episode. And remember, you can also go and get yourself some XRP net on certain exchanges. Make sure you go and do the research on those exchanges on CoinMarketCap. That way you can even go and load up on that coin if you go do your research and you feel like that's something that you want to diversify into. Okay. So if there's anybody that has anything that they like, learned, love today, anything you would like to share, please feel free to raise your hand at this time. As we'd love to hear from you. These are the times that, are really great for me, where I can hear from the crowd, I can hear from the people, I can hear from the community, and I can kind of see what you all learned, what you all got going on. So feel free to raise up your hand. And if you're on YouTube, please make sure that you smash the subscribe button. Literally a couple of people away. I'm a couple of subscribes away from hitting my goal of 500 followers or subscribers on YouTube, as we're on our way to 1,000. If you're tuning in live on Zoom, I just dropped my YouTube link right there. Please click that link, smash the subscribe button, and just hit a thumbs up on this video. Go do it right now. Just click the link, press the thumbs up. Just do me that favor. Do it right now. Press the link, press the thumbs up on the video. All right. Thank you so much because it helps me with my algorithm. It helps me get this out to more people. And also, once we have sponsors for the show, it'll allow them to see, okay, well, you got 100 likes, you got this many thousand views. All right, cool. We'd be okay with sponsoring this show. So I definitely appreciate you guys for the engagement as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and ask for Crawl Billy to go ahead and unmute his line.
Hey, yeah, I'm trying to swipe and I'm trying to dip and trying to support. Hey, so we're gonna have to come up with a new pill called sleep trade. But Billy been in it up this week, best week ever. Incredible. Learned a whole lot. Some of the stuff you're talking about, I've invested in. It's just good content. But this PayNet thing, this swiping thing, I got my Zoom card the other day. I'm scared to use the thing. I mean, it's like I got to sit down and figure it how to do this. And Lavana say it's an all-night thing. It's like an all-night gig. And this market moves at night. 3 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I'll be wanting to text you, Vince, and say, hey, get up. It's up. But it does a lot of movement at night. And oddly on the weekend, like Sunday when you're not supposed to be trading, it moves a lot. But anyway, still not real successful sharing this love. But man, I don't think I'm gonna share the money either. I'm mad at my friends. I can't be friendly. I had a guy call me yesterday with the multi-level business. I said, I'm trying to give away something free and something, this is so anyway. It's all on the go. Hello, Mr. Bench. Say hello to those biscuits this morning, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. It's all stuff.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Billy. Thank you for being here and always being present, always being in your bag, always being in the information, and just making sure that you're applying. One thing about Billy, he's going to apply what he gets. And hopefully y'all do the same thing. You're not just sitting on the show listening for entertainment purposes and from my handsome face. All right. But hopefully you're also taking this information, all right, enjoying all those things, the luxuries of being able to see my handsome face, but you're also able to take the words from what I'm saying and implement it into your life. That way you can live handsomely as well, right? Because ultimately, I just want us all to be handsome. I want us all to live handsomely. I want us to all get paid handsomely. And I want us to all just, go to handsome places, all around the world together in a handsome private jet, and also a handsome yachts, a handsome jet skis, and just live a handsome lifestyle. If you're okay with that, if y'all are okay with that, just light up the chat box one time, light up YouTube. If you feeling sexy, after this call, just let me know. All right. Are we bringing sexy back or what? All right. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, this has been episode number 92. We have done it. All right. We've ended on time today. All right. It ain't been many times, y'all don't have a whole lot of questions and stuff today. So there ain't many times that we end on time. Typically we go over a little bit. So I just want to say, hopefully y'all got the value today. Y'all go and implement this, and let's keep going. Oh, make sure also, if you have not, grab a copy of your book, Mo Crypto, Mo Problems. Please go grab that. And if you're brand new to crypto, make sure you grab my first book, which is The Secrets of Crypto and Money. You can get both of those books on any of my social media, also in YouTube. If you click the link inside of the bio and any of the videos, you have the link. Like, make sure you go grab those books, get yourself those books. Increase your knowledge and understanding of this field, of what to expect, of the problems you're going to face. And then also, if you have not joined the Discord group, make sure you click the link in my bio and join my private crypto community, which is on Discord. All right. We are going to be picking up the pace. We do a lot of trading, inside of that group. We have 3 or 4 trading sessions a week that we're doing right now, 2 on XRP, one on Forex, gold, and other pairs, and then 1 beginning session with Jamel. Okay, we have like 4 sessions that we do now, guys. So y'all can get a lot of value. Come make this money with us. We literally, I'm in a sale right now on XRP. And hey, hopefully this thing sells off. I get my payday for the day, and we keep it pushing. So I don't see anybody else raising their hand. I was just trying to make sure that y'all were good. Y'all don't have any questions. But with that being said, have an amazing rest of the day. I got to get to the rest of my day as well. Hopefully y'all are blessed, and we will talk